Okay, today we're going to talk about synthetic division, and that's another way to divide polynomials besides long division. A lot of people prefer this method. And that can only happen, you can only do this when it's of the form x minus k. So if it's like x squared minus something or x cubed, you can't do that. It has to be just plain x minus k. To divide, so this is like a general formula, to divide ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d by x minus k. Okay, so that's the general form. We're going to put k on the outside. We're going to do the house upside down from what we did yesterday. We're going to write a, b, c, and d. Okay, notice these are my coefficients in order from least to greatest. The k also, notice, has flipped signs here. I'm going to take the a and pull it straight down to here, and then I'm going to multiply a times k and put that answer right there. Now, I'm going to take that and put my answer here, take that answer and multiply it by k, put it here. I'm going to add those two. Pull it down here, put an answer here. Multiply this times k, put it under d, add those together, and put my answer here. And this last thing is your remainder. If there's nothing there, then there is no remainder. Okay? The cross arrows mean to multiply. The down arrows mean to add. Okay, some things we want to notice. K's sign is reversed. And the terms must go in order. From least to greatest. Okay, some examples. Number 1. You want to divide x to the 4th minus 10x squared minus 2x plus 4 by x plus 3. And that is not in your view. There you go. Okay, so we're going to start by writing the plus 3. Remember, we switched the sign right here. Then we write the numbers out front. In front of x to the 4th is 1. There is no number in front of x cubed, so that's 0. The number in front of x squared is negative 10. In front of x is negative 2. And by itself is 4. So that's the numbers we're going to use. And now we're going to follow the process. We're going to bring down the 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 0 plus negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. And 4 plus negative 3 is 1. Okay? 1 is my remainder, and so I am going to start with 1 less than the original. So the original was x to the 4th, so when I write this out, I'm going to start with 1x to the 3rd minus 3x squared minus x, or minus 1x plus 1, with the remainder of 1 over x plus 3. And I'm writing that in the same form as we did yesterday when we did long division, where the remainder is just right over the factor. You may want to write a note out to the side that you start with exponent 1 less than original. Okay, let's try another one like that. Example number 2. I want to divide 5x cubed plus 8x squared minus x plus 6 by x plus 2. Okay, remember your k has to be flipped, so we're going to put negative 2 on the outside. Then we're going to list our coefficients, 5, 8, negative 1, and 6. Okay, if we need to, we're going to bring down the first term. So bring down the 5. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 8 plus negative 10 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And 6 plus negative 6 is 0. So there is no remainder in this one. It factors completely. Remember, I start with this coefficient and 1 less than this one. So 5x squared minus 2x plus 3 is my answer. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you today is the remainder theorem. That's part B. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to be asked to find a certain value. So we want to find f of negative 2. Okay? Now, we know how to do this by just plugging in for all of our x values if we're given the equation, like so. F of x equals 3x cubed plus 8x squared plus 5x minus 7. Okay? To do that, what we want to do here is we're going to use synthetic division. We're going to put this out front, and we do not reverse the sign when we're doing the remainder theorem. So we're going to leave it as -2. We're going to write out like normal 3, 8, 5, and -7. And we're going to follow through our synthetic division. So 3 times -2 is -6. 8 and -6 makes 2. 2 times -2 is -4. 5 plus -4 is 1. 1 times -2 is -2. And -7 plus -2 makes -9. And my answer then is just my remainder. So f of -2 then is -9. And that was the reason for doing that, to see that I could find the answer using this synthetic division or the remainder theorem. The assignment for this is A8, and it is page 159. 20 to 28 even, and then also 38 and 45. Okay, so those last two are that remainder theorem, just to make sure you've got that. The first group is synthetic division. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.